Your Lordship, there was an argument addressed yesterday. There were some observations by Your Lordships as well on the different use of the word sometimes secured and sometimes won. I stand with the first counsel on the other side that these words are used interchangeably. It is not my position that some new meaning has to be assigned to it. Seats secured over here mean won, and particularly when one looks at clause E, it is apparent that the words in both the main provision as well as the proviso is won. So the use of the word secured in the main provision, paragraph D, and the word won in proviso is a difference without a distinction. That is my submission. That was the submission on the other side. I have no contest on that. One of the counsel took a different position. I disagree with that. I think the words mean over here exactly the same as was pointed out by my Lord Mr. Justice Munib Akhtar. If somebody is asked on the day when the election results are notified, how many seats have you secured or how many seats have you won, the answer is likely to be exactly the same. It can't be different. It is an interchangeable word, and Your Lordship will find it in 106. Again, the main provision uses the word secured, the proviso uses the word won, but it makes no difference. The party has secured.
Why both the words differently used in this? Two different words are used. What is the logic behind it?
Your Lordship, usually words are to be used in a manner to convey the same meaning, but sometimes I think for drafting elegance or drafting error, depending upon how Your Lordships look at it, a different word is used. Your Lordships have dealt with the issue in the Pakistan fisheries case. I'll place the citation that sometimes it's not an invariable rule that different words must always be given a different meaning. Different words can be given the same meaning looking at the context of the provision. So the submission before Your Lordships is that for us, what has happened in the facts of this case is that the party before Your Lordship is the SIC. It is not disputed that, in view of the letter which I just read out to Your Lordship, that SIC did not field any candidate on a party ticket for the general elections. It is also not disputed that there was no party's list for reserved.
मखदूम साहब,
Sir,
जो अभी हमें इन्फॉर्म किया गया है, subject to what the election commission confirms, we have been informed that the nomination papers, the declaration given was that of SIC. So now the situation may be totally different. It is not undisputed, subject to what the election commission confirms. If that declaration was given, then the gentleman was a candidate of SIC.
my Lord,
And that is what the seat was secured by SIC in the National Assembly.
There must be a certificate of affiliation
Lord,
from...
may I, Your Lordship, this was something extraneous to the petition. It is not there in the body of the petition or the appeal. It has been said over here, but I was referring Your Lordship to a document which has been filed by the Election Commission. It was on that basis that I made that submission. May I respectfully draw Your Lordship's attention again to CMA 5840 of 2024 in Civil Appeal 333 at page 111.
मखदूम साहब, वो आप बाद में हम देख लेंगे once the election commission confirms.
But
that will be the factual position.
My Lord, the factual position also is that at the moment there is, that factual position may change, but at the moment there is a letter on the record dated 26th February 2024 signed by Sahibzada Muhammad Hamid Raza, Chairman, Sunni Ittihad Council, which states categorically on 26th February 2024 that no candidate contested in the general elections 2024 on the symbol of Sunni Ittihad Council. Therefore, the list regarding women candidates does not exist. Not submitted.
Symbol jo hai has not, speaking for myself, has nothing to do with the fact whether a candidate has contested the elections as an independent or as a party candidate. It is his declaration in the nomination papers which would be crucial.
My Lord, that is, I am not privy to that, but that will come before.
And it's also relevant, as we've just been told, and subject to what the Election Commission says, that was he denied contesting the election against the symbol of the horse, and why was he denied that, which made him also, compelled him to contest as an independent. So it changes the way this case has been argued.
I do not, Your Ladyship, dispute that observation. May I only submit that this was not the case set up before the Election Commission, or in the pleadings before the High Court, or in the petition or appeal before Your Ladyship
So then
and Your
let's
Lordship.
not rely on this fact for now until it's confirmed.
Well, I am only saying that this fact has not even been alleged. Throughout these proceedings, this is not a contested fact.
This letter does not show that they were denied the symbol or they were not allowed to contest it. It's a very simple letter. They themselves informed the ECP.
This letter
Not
does.
the case.
This letter does not show, and my lord, the pleadings do not show that they wanted to contest and on the symbol of a horse.
It means that there was a symbol was available. They say that nobody contested the election on the symbol. It means there was a symbol. Otherwise, so there was no mentioning of symbol. It was snatched by the ECB. Then what is the fun of mentioning this case? Nobody contested the election on the symbol. There was a symbol then.
Insofar as I am concerned, till this disclosure made this morning, this was the undisputed position from the pleadings of the parties, and that was the basis of my submission.
Ali Khan, I think it's pretty honest. We will go your prerogative or their prerogative.
Honorable Court is that this was not a fact in issue before either the Election Commission of Pakistan or before the Peshawar High Court, or even before this Honorable Court in the pleadings submitted before this Honorable Court, first as CPLA or as civil appeal, or even in the very elaborate and extensive submissions made over the course of 3 days.
You see, from your point of view, nothing turns on this fact. The relevant argument from your point of view is proportional representation system, and your case has to be how these and why it's not this comes in.
With your ladyship's leave, I'll take it a little further. Party's list of candidates.
Fair enough, but from that list, proportionately reserved seats ke liye liye jayenge. So you'd have to explain this concept of proportional representation.
ये भी आप बताएंगे कि क्या ये जो representation है, proportional representation, लोकेशन के लिए क्या फिक्स्ड क्राइटेरिया है, फिक्स परसेंटेज आपको 1 सीट मिलेगी, आपने 20 सीट देखी है तो 2 मिलेंगे, क्या ये फिक्स है या ये चेंज होता रहेगा?
The basis on which it has been worked out, the proportion is not exact, and it has not even been exactly worked. Clause 3 of Article 51. Your Lordship will see, in case of women, both the general seats and the women's seats are mentioned. And if Your Lordship will see the criteria, for Balochistan, it is apparent that almost 4 MNAs will get 1 seat. It is Balochistan 16 and the women's seats are 4. So
they do not join any party. Then what would be the ratio? Whether still it will be 4, or it will be less than 4, or it will be more than 4?
My Lord, in my submissions would have come a bit later in the day, but I'll answer it right away. My submission would be that if there were, out of these 16, 8 independents and 8 candidates belonging to 2 political parties, the 4 women's seats will go to the two political parties equally.
Mr. Makhdum Ali Khan, let me try and understand what your arithmetical calculation, for a particular political party, the proportional seats may come out as a fraction. And obviously that fraction has to be either adjusted up or down, and I think there's something in the rules that does that. But just to understand where you stand, and since your candidates include, say, PMLN, so just to take that as an example for no other reason, meaning PMLN, got a certain number of reserved seats, right, which is not in dispute, right? Now, I'm just looking at that, so I'm not looking at the disputed number. How did you get a certain number of seats, say, from Punjab province? I mean, because it's province-wise, right? Now, how was it determined that you, PMLN, had won those many seats in Punjab election on a certain election symbol, whatever your symbol is? But under the Parent Act, they had made a declaration that, along with a party letter, that they were candidates of PMLN, right? Due to what was asked of you a little while ago, that the basis of the entire calculation, although I think I would also say that the election symbol is not really relevant for this purpose of this paragraph, but it's a symbol for of that political party. This candidate returned on that symbol, member of candidate of that political party. But the the basis is what is declared by that candidate on the nomination form, right? Been calling the balance is based on that, and that cannot be tipped, that cannot be disturbed, so that no one disputes that on that basis you, PMLN, or you, JUIP, or you, People Party Parliamentarian, got a certain percentage of the reserved seats. Question is, how did the Election Commission go beyond that and say, no, wait a minute, they've got what they were entitled to, but now we're going to go beyond that? Where did that come from?
My Lord, the way I understand, and I'll attempt to explain it, is that the Constitution very clearly excludes independents. No matter how many are they in number, the proportion is to be maintained between the political parties. And on the basis...
principle that you'd mentioned was that on the basis of the total number of general seats secured. So there is a limit.
Yes.
They can't go beyond that. So whatever they've secured, that would become the foundation on the basis of which they will get their share. And that stays that way. That's amongst the political parties.
Amongst the political parties, but because the constitutional scheme excludes independent, the proportion will automatically change.
But in this case, how was that? How were these people? They were PTI candidates. How were they declared as